Learning how to love me, celebrating the woman I've become, yeah.
So I had something totally different planned for today, but right before I sat down to record, I came out of a conversation that I just felt like needed to continue. So this picture that was posted on Instagram was being passed around in this group of women. So of course the conversation was going in a range of different directions. My 2 cents is that it's not necessarily that people wear their hair a certain way, but it's why they wear their hair a certain way. Euro-centric standard of beauty. We see it in magazines, we see it on television, on billboards, white, thin, blonde. That's just what it is. So I suggested that many of the black women who wear their hair in the styles mentioned in this photo may not necessarily be doing it because they want to. Oftentimes, we're told that our hair, the way it grows, is not professional or is not acceptable. Or we've just internalized this Eurocentric standard of beauty that says if it's not straight and long, it's not beautiful. If you feel like you have to wear your hair a certain way to be accepted or to be thought of as beautiful, that's very different from choosing to wear your hair a certain way simply because you like the style. And so there was another woman in the group, a white woman, who said to me, well, how do you explain the woman in Nigeria whose boss is black and all her coworkers are black and everybody around her is black and she still wears a weave? I'm sorry, is whitewashing limited to the United States of America? Because I wasn't aware. So then she said, black women wear their hair that way because it makes them feel beautiful. Are you not reiterating my point? That having long, straight hair is what makes you beautiful? Oh, I thought that's not what I said? Okay. So then she said, you're overreacting. You can't blame white people for everything. I'm sorry. To say that I'm blaming white people assumes that there is some fault assigned. I never faulted black women for wearing weaves. I'm saying that there are alternative reasons why they wear them that are not simply attached to the fact that they just like the style. I don't know very many people who like to have their edges snatched back and have somebody else's hair sewn into their head simply because it's fun. Yes, it's versatile. Yes, it can be beautiful. Yes, it can be convenient. I get all those things, and I have never, not one time in this conversation or any other one, faulted or blamed or talked down to or made any woman wrong or bad for wearing a weave. So then she goes on to say, well, I'm a boss at my job, and I do a lot of the hiring, and there are women in my company who wear their hair naturally, and I actually love the natural look. Oh, the natural look. You love it, do you? Well, tell me this. When the white women come into your office and they wear their hair exactly as it grows out of their scalp, do you call it the natural look or is it just hair? So, of course, now she's on the defensive. Well, you're just overanalyzing the situation. Am I overanalyzing the situation or do we just not agree? The fact that there's an entire subculture that has its own products, its own salons, its own YouTube universe, it means on some level that it is absolutely viewed as different. And we're coming into a culture now, all kind of kinks and coils and curls and fros and things, and I'm loving it because we get to be exactly who we are in a way that says, I am proud, I am beautiful, and I am perfectly fine and okay and happy with the way that I look. This is not about bashing women who wear weaves or any of those things, but this is about understanding some things about our thought processes because a lot of the things that we do are very subconscious. There are things that we have internalized because of generations of teaching, whether it be through school, through imagery, through literally having it beaten into us. All of those things, like that's very real. So I want to make sure that when we are having this conversation, especially when we're having this conversation in mixed company, we're able to tell the truth. This isn't saying that every woman who wears a weave is because she secretly wants to be white. That's not what I'm saying at all. So I know this is going to be a hot topic. I want to definitely hear your thoughts about it. Please don't start that team natural mess. It's not that. There's no team. You make a choice. Whatever choice you make, it's what you want to do and not because you feel like you have to or you're supposed to or somebody else told you that if you don't, you're not beautiful. If we're going to continue to grow in our love for ourselves and one another, that we do open up a dialogue. Then let's keep the conversation going.
Learning how to love me, celebrating the woman I've become, yeah.
Those things. In fact, I was blonde for a couple of years and maybe I just liked it and it was cute because it was fly. I was fly, okay?